All right. Today, one of my jobs is golf cart maintenance. Well, I'm at least going to check the batteries, okay? These have got the wet cell batteries, you know, the old-fashioned kind that you got to add water to. Not the fancy pants lithiums, okay? Anyway, so I got to check them. I check them every 2 weeks because this is Florida and they heat up a lot more. So first thing, one of my secrets, I get all my tools and stuff out, is gloves. That's right. I got these latex gloves. Don't bend over. Anyway, you got to put these on. And you go, what you talking about, Willis? Why are you doing that? Well, these batteries here stank, okay? You take the tops off them and you get that sulfur on them. It's on them and battery acid stink or whatever. And it's like you wash your hands 50 times, it's still on there. So I started wearing gloves. And I don't want thick gloves, I want gloves that where I can feel. All right, that'll work. These gloves are small for my fat hands. Anyway, that's what we're doing. Let's check it out. All right, my tools are simple. Distilled water. And I got this little ketchup squirt bottle at the dollar store for $3. Well, you know what I mean. Anyway, I found this actually works. It's a little secret here. Check it out. Flashlight. And a bungee cord. Now you go, what you doing with that? I know this is going to sound stupid, but the seat here is kind of awkward. It lifts off, but it can be kind of awkward. So you know what? I tie it up with the bungee cord. That's what I do. You'll have to see it, and it makes things easy. I don't got to worry about lifting it and all that crap. See, I just take it like this. I hook it here, and then I go like this here, right? I know you're saying this. Okay, that's crazy, man. This guy's a idiot. Well, I know it's crazy, but it's easier than taking the seat off for me. All right, there we go. Now we got to look at the batteries. All right, one of my other little tools I do here is my paintbrush, okay? I know this is crazy. Let me get the flashlight over here. Kind of hard to see, all right? But this E-Z-GO's got this little thing here to cover the back part of the batteries. So what I do is I put a little paintbrush right there and hold that up, right? Okay? Now, what I do is take off about 4 of these caps, like this. Stinks in here. Oops. There we go. Trying to do stuff one-handed because of the flashlight. Anyway, there we go. All right. Now I'm going to fill up my water jug. Okay, I'm back. Anyway, we shine a light down in there. They got better systems than this. Anyway, shine a light down there and put just enough water so it's maybe 1/2 inch from the top. It's hard to see, that's why I use the flashlight. Now they do have self-watering systems for an older golf cart like this. This is, again, it's a 2016 E-Z-GO. But like that's about $300 for one. For the self-watering system, and you know what? It doesn't kill me to do a little exercise here. It's taking me longer because I'm doing a video and explaining. But this is about, you know, might take me 15 minutes to do this. I'm already sweating because got the garage closed and it's Florida and it's humid. Oh yeah, need some more water. It is critical you don't overflow them, overfill them, I mean, critical. Because once that battery acid heats up, that expands and it will overflow and get all over the bottom of your golf cart and all over the garage. I'll come around and I'll get the other side, but first I dry off any excess water. Then I'll put these caps on and then I'll go to the other side and do those. Okay. All right. I'm sure they got to have a better idea than this stupid paintbrush that I use. There probably is. It's probably something I've missed. But buying a used cart, you know, you don't get the tour where the salesman goes over all the little idiosyncrasies. Now we got to put these back on here. These are US batteries. Trojans are about $200 more. And last batteries I had, these are new. Just put them in. Had them put in. But I didn't feel the Trojans, or anyway from reviews, the Trojans don't get that much longer service than these. So, you know, I saved a couple $100. Wouldn't mind going to lithium. But from $1,100 to do these batteries here, 6-8 volt for 48 volts, cost me $1,100. To do quality lithium would be $3 grand, because all lithiums are not created equal. All right, there's that side. Now I'm going to come around and do the other side real quick, and I'll be done. All right, coming over here on the other side. Knock these ones out here. Again, about a ½ inch from the bottom, or from the top. Never overfill them. I learned my lesson the hard way by damaging my garage floor. Yeah, that's another story. Anyway, they're done, right? Nice and quick. All right, let me get another rag here. Okay. All right, and that's it. I checked that. And one final thing I do here, I do it all the time. I always check these wires. Check all your cables, wires. You got to be careful with these. They're delicate. So I just make sure that they're all solid. I've had one break off in the middle of the road. and had to call my wife and have me towed back in. And I found that one of these wires that, the battery acid or whatever got to it somehow, and it fell off, corroded in half. So I check all the wires here. So I think it's safe. I think it's good to go. One other thing I'll do, I don't do it all the time. Believe it or not, I'll take WD-40 and I'll take a little dab and spray it on the posts. And in doing that, no sulfur builds up from the fumes from the battery acids. And that's it. These batteries are ready to go, man. All right. That'll work. Now I can just take off my, I don't want to leave this behind. There we go. All right. All right. I've done my thing. I've checked the golf cart. Battery's cool. I can take off my gloves now, and I can get out of this garage that I don't know how hot it is here, but I'm sweating like a stuck pig. Go in the AC for a few minutes, and then I can take Fox out for her afternoon cruise. All right? Thanks. Peace. I'll talk at you later.